Hey, welcome back to another Habs Summer Target show with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy, directly for the beautiful country of Thailand on amazing great Sunday night, August 17, 2025. Hopefully an amazing great weekend and ready to talk about the Montreal Canadiens tonight and it's fun thing happening around the NHL. Quiet again weekend for most of the part of the Montreal Canadiens and the NHL, but we always have some kind of contents we can talk about. And that's the reason I'm back to talk about the Montreal Canadiens and the X Factor. Yes, the X Factor. This is the subject of the night. And of course, we're going to deliver another show about approximately 90 minutes on the great Sunday night in the middle of August. It's getting there. It's about what, 50 days before the NHL and everything. We have to be a little bit more patient. But hockey is back. You have a great week of hockey around the world. The Hlinka Gretzky tournament is over. We got during the week. During the week now is the beginning of the preseason of many league and European territory. Talk about the SHL, the Liga League, the Switzerland League, and then you have, of course, the KHL, the MHL, the VHL. So at some point, you can watch hockey every single day if you want to. A couple of players from the Montreal Canadiens step up during the week. And we're going to do a recap of the week for the Montreal Canadiens. So I'm telling you, we have a lot of things to talk about, and it's going to be another great week at the Hockey National Show because this week we have three different people going to talk about hockey. So stay tuned. Every night, 8:30 p.m., this is our first week full and complete of every night with a show with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy. So I can't wait to see all of you. And we have only one rule. Well, it's not a rule. It's just to inform you. That'd be great. If you can subscribe to the channel, click on the likes, and of course, you can become a member of the Hockey Nation Live Show. And if you want to follow me on my Patreon, you can also become a member of the Patreon. That's what we got for you tonight. So let's see the subject of the night because that's people say, well, but what is it about, Coach? But the X Factor, the Dominator, the one can make it fun for the Montreal Canadiens. I'm talking about Patrik Laine, X Factor. But I'm going to give you some other things about who could become also an X Factor for the Montreal Canadiens. And you can answer to my question or when I pin it at the beginning of the messenger. You can see the question I'm sharing with you. And then if you follow me, I produce usually a video every single day. I skip Saturday, but I came back here today with an impact player for the Montreal Canadiens, and I'm talking about Jake Evans. We're going to talk about him the next couple of minutes. What Jake Evans brings for the Montreal Canadiens, what he could satisfy some situation for the Montreal Canadiens for the upcoming season. The 29 years old have his best career with the Montreal Canadiens with 36 points last season. And then, yes, this is the week of the guest. First of all, Tuesday night, Jim Beringer is going to be returned with us with a co-host. Jim is going to be a regular now for the upcoming season, co-host with the Hockey Nation. We have Wednesday night, Marco Larrabee knocked the door again. This is the night of Marco during the week, every Wednesday night. And Thursday, return after 2 years, I believe, Ross Cohen, the Sportsology on the X account, one now around the world of hockey. With that fun also, right? He wrote a couple of books. I cannot mention the title of the books, but he's really now a reputation about its fun sport. But he really into the prospect usually every year. And he is involved with many other podcasts on the YouTube channel. So you can follow him on the Sportsology and on the X account. Our friend Ross Cohen is going to be with us Thursday night. So tomorrow night we'll be back with the Montreal Canadiens and the NHL more involved. What's going on with the NHL? And then Tuesday we have our friend Jim Beringer. So that's what you got beside me. And of course, Coach is a great shape. Talking about my weekend before we start the show. Great weekend overall in Canadiens. It's getting the end. We talk about, but next week that will be my last show next Sunday night. But here will be Monday morning, right? And before I move, so I still have a full week here in Pattaya, and then after that it will be the end of the Black Minu for me to go now to the jungle and on the farm. Transformation 2025. That's going happening. So I took advantage of the weekend, but overall it was pretty good. I met Kenneth. Kenneth is in town. Leave today. I think he's already on the road. Kenneth, I have a chance to meet him yesterday. Was glad. I'm really happy to meet Kenneth before I move. Kenneth will be my neighbor. He's only now 90 minutes on my new destination. Korat and Thailand. So we're going to be maybe one day off next week just to figure out the internet, everything like that. I pray for the internet works. Everything I move, every time I move, it's my biggest concern, the internet. So stay tuned about more information about that. But overall, my weekend was pretty good. And on the beat to lose weight. And I've been out only one time during the week. Last week was Saturday night, and of course I met. It's funny how live is work, right? It's like, and not many people in town, so I walk around. I do my tour of all the bar I've been for the last 3 years. And they have like my top three cheese, right? Number one, number two, number three. And have an opportunity to meet the number one Saturday night, hanging with her for about a couple hours, and she was surprised I was leaving Pattaya. But it's like this is their job. Their job is to find customer. So we're hanging together, and then I knew nothing will happen because I cannot do it. And a guy pop up. He looked at me and he said, "Are you with her?" Like, I said, "No, no, no, no. You can't get her. This is how it works, right?" So this is live in Thailand, but it is what it is. So I told her goodbye. That's it. I will never see her again, but that's how it works. Anyhow, welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us. I'm fired up. You can see I'm. I don't know. I feel good. I want to mention one more thing before we start the show because I think it's funny. I don't sleep a lot, like 5 hours the maximum. Yesterday I worked until 1 o'clock. I'm doing other things. My mind is spinning right now, and I fall asleep. And for some reason, I dream about aliens, and then it's all about the hockey stuff. It was crazy, wild dream yesterday. So I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was just trying to review the dream backwards and how I can put this on the perspective. It was just funny to see that. It was about practice hockey anyway. So it's that's the reason I'm fired up because I'm awake since 4 o'clock after a 3 hour sleep. RG Calabro is in the house with all the news. Thanks so much, RG Calabro. Always a great collaborator, contributor of the Hockey National Show. Without RG, it would not be the same. From New Jersey, Stan the man, always in the house. Paul knocked the door at the beginning with his quick comments about Patrik Laine. Billy, back in Nova Scotia, I believe. Ron from Utah, thanks again for your super chat last week, Ron. Appreciate a lot, my friend. I need to pick it up with you under my email, talking with you. Maurice Robillard, notre ami Maurice de Thailand. Maurice met him last week. It was a week of meet people last week. I'm always love to meet people in Thailand. by the way. Maurice speaks French, so we have a good conversation in French. Maybe not the girlfriend likes when we speak French, but it was only one night. So I'm sure she's okay now, Maurice. Mo. Gary Conoyer, the driver, the best driver on the UPS back in the house. Gary have a really busy week last week. Thanks for your email, Gary. I appreciate a lot, kind of word. And always a pleasure to see you around. Say hi to your brother, Michael Conoyer. I think it's over 1 year now, maybe not. But say hi to your brother, Michael. If you don't mind, Coach. Another shirt from the back of your closet, my friend. Yeah, I I clean up everything I find new. I have a clothes. I don't know. I don't need it, but I find more and more. That's all right. We have to use it. Did you not see most game in 2026 is scheduled start at 6 p.m. Are you talking about the Montreal Canadiens? If you are, it's because you are in Thailand right now. That's maybe the reason behind that, Maurice, but because the game will start at 7 o'clock. Peter August, another great GM on the fantasy hockey. The Hockey Nation is returning for his 5th year of the fantasy league under the ESPN. If you want to become a GM, you can email me or check under ESPN, the league called Hockey Nation. That's where we're going to get all those information. We have looking for 16 GM. We have few people knock the door. Randy Walkman, busy man, Randy. Great article you did during the week. I checked in a couple of them. Randy, I apologize, I cannot check all of them, but great conversation of your articles during the week. I appreciate that, Maurice. Big hello, Kane. Here we go. Philippe Brun from Sherbrooke, de retour avec nous ce soir. Notre ami Philippe, Kirby and Demigod have second line for the season. We'll see what happened with Kirby Dak, by the way. And what we got here. Ron Kings. David, welcome back, my friend David. Hopefully an amazing, great weekend. Glad to see all of you guys. We're getting there. We bring some people back in the game. They are not there yet, but now they try to get what's going on with the Montreal Canadiens. So I'm very happy to see new people. Roger Bouchard, notre ami de Vermont. Thanks for your text, direct message, Roger. Yes, I have everything set up for you, Roger. We'll talk about this a little bit later tomorrow. I think even have plateau offensively, Peter August. For that, Philippe also, here we come. For RJ, check even, and the top 6 is a stretching Gary. PLW back in the house with who tonight? Bet on the night, Kyle Raleigh to hit a home run for 3.75 and Eugenio Suarez 5.5, all the little classic good show all. What a great year for the Kyle Raleigh for the Mariners. Great baseball player. I think he won also the home run derby. But what a great year. I don't know PLW. Like I said, guys, I don't follow baseball. Time is limited. I have 24 hours. I sleep 5 hours. I still have 19 hours to produce. I use 14 hours for my life to work. And then I have 5 more hours for the gym, eating, walking around, pick up my stuff, blah, blah, blah. So my time is limited. So I pick up what I can. And I was surprised, PLW, maybe you can explain to me why when the Red Sox trade Devers to the Giants become one of the worst team in Major League Baseball. I don't know, but we'll see. Your answer. McElliott knocked the door, looking like a cross between Mr. Clean, Lex Luthor, Coach. Welcome back, Mark. Thanks so much. Mark is the number 1 guys contributor of the Hockey Nation Live Show. So grateful and thankful, Mark, for everything you do at the hockey. Are there any rules in the upcoming NHL season? Honestly, that's a great question. I will take a note because I did not see anything, but there are always a few rules. I have to look. honestly, I did not see anything yet. I apologize. I should know that, but it did not pop up on my any trend. I get like 20 website every morning. AI is crazy, guys. AI is a fantastic. So now, before that, I have to click on the one website, the another website. I use three computers. So I'm checking website by website. I feed up my my news, everything. But now with AI, you can set up the trends of everything happening and anything. And like me, I'm looking for the NHL. So I ask AI to give me the top five website. I give him the website I want him to looking for, and then I'm talking about other like Montreal Canadiens, and then anything happening. So I'm getting feed up, and about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I can get everything set up early in the morning, and then I pick up whatever I want. So like that. Talking about Bangkok from Kenneth for Tumoris. Now we have to go to Bangkok. Notre ami, our friend Roy is back in the house. Hopefully you have a great weekend, Roy. Thanks again. Roy was. I talked about Jake Evans Tuesday. Jake Evans today, but prior to that, I talked about the center, and that was a subject tonight. I'm going to sharing. I'm going to share with you the fact like Roy said talking about Marc Bergevin about center. He turned my lights on here, and I said, "Oh, I need to do some search about the center and NHL." So thanks again, Roy. Sometimes we need help. Coach, is there is a night market where you are going? Yes, but it's about 1.2 kilometer. I can take the motorbike. We have, now with her, we have a motorbike, a car. But walking there, I have to walk at all the 1.2 kilometer to go at 1.2. It's not like it was before. So I can get out here and then everything is on the street, right? And that's what I'm going to missing. The most is the gym. She has, I don't know how she got this, but she has two machines at the gym, but not good enough. I will have to buy some dumbbell deflate for working, but I'm not going to be like I was before. I'm a little bit sad about this, but life is about, you cannot get everything, right? And now I go more for the security of my life compared to, at my age anyway, to be big, smaller, whatever it is, not important anymore. So I'm going to shift, but I'm going to find a way to do exercise because that's what I do. Huh? I will walk more for sure, but yeah, very different. But it's we are, it's not like a jungle, like a safari park. I'm going, but it's like the biggest city after them. It's approximately 18 kilometer, I believe. It's not too far, so we can get everything, like not a Walmart, but a grocery store like Walmart and everything else. So it's okay. We'll be fine. Yeah. Great acres and the place for coach, farm living and the life for for him. Yeah, yeah. We'll see. It's going to be interesting anyway. David, wish you luck. You're welcome, my friend. I would have said Laine is an $8.9 million. So, dude, I hope we trade him. No, she's left behind. No, Mark. But I'm going to do a tour during the weekend. Like I promised my friend, I'm going to do 2-night tour. Friday night, Saturday night. I'm doing the big tour I never did in Pattaya for sure, and I'm going to celebrate my last weekend in the world. Yeah, yeah, and it's a good run, Gary. I've been honestly 3 years. It will I complete when I'm going to move next. But first of all, I left USA the 22nd. I show up here the 24th, and honestly, maybe 24, 25, because I have to stop in somewhere. I have to go. I bought a red ticket cheap to come here. So it took me like 43 hours to come here. Usually take 28. Anyhow, there was no rush. I was leaving for the rest of my life here in Thailand. At the end of the day, the first half of my 3 years, I was quiet, but not too quiet, but quiet. But the last 18 months, I hit hard. I really hit hard. And you cannot do this for the rest of your life at my age, right? So it's a great situation for that, and I'm really grateful for that happening. Um, Roger, 84 game have to wear neck protection. Well, you think a run is about the following year, not for this upcoming season. I never sleep more than 5 hours. I sent me, the nation. I'm 64, David. Here we go. Well, about the same age. Yeah, sleep is important. I know that because I teach exercise, but my body, it's not there. Martin Beznet from Waterloo back in the house. Martin, long time we not see you around. RDP back in the house also of Newfoundland. Mark, a home dream. I was riding a roller coaster with Godzilla. No clue what that means. The beginning and adventure called you right. GF, I don't take any road chance on this expiry game. Great point, GF. That's what I think about this. We'll see what happens. Luke Laforson is in the house dreaming of an advent flying pocket coach. Mehdi Rodney is back. How to go? Round pick. Ab should trade the first round pick. Dame they're going to have the 3 pick and 20% onto objective to try and get Landon Dupont. The 2026 NHL draft is going to be solid. I will not do that for me, but it's a possibility. Zeph Lecab is in the house. Welcome back. Thanks to be with our Canadian show. Steve C, welcome. Long time, my friend Steve G. I said C, apologize. G from Denver, Colorado. Franco Iacono, welcome back, my friend. New season soon. You're right, Franco, for Saint Leonard. Well, glad to see you, my friend, Mr. Franco. We'll see what we get there. We talk about Michael Conway. Here we go. Welcome back, brother of Gary Conway, guys. Thanks to be with us. Glad to see you around. Glad to knock the door. Do you think Evans played with Anderson and Gallagher be a good fit? Absolutely about that. That's what I'm talking about on my video. Jake Evans have to be on the top 9 forward for the Montreal Canadiens for upcoming season. No doubt in my mind. He has to be. I think he will pick up great setup for them. The only it's not a problem. It's not like a huge problem, but you would like to get a left shoulder with that line. All 3 is going to be a right shoulder. But it's happened last season also when Tivorek was hurt. But overall, I think that line is fit together. And we'll see if it will be addition by Martin St. Louis. Jordan knocked the door. Welcome back, Jordan. Don't forget, get quick. I know Eminent that is called back a few months ago. That's awesome, Michael, about Eminent. I expect you have some team using AI and the general manager aspect, putting all their stats on the computer and making it, if it's comparable, they would trade. But what happening, Jordan, maybe, but they have analytic engineer, smart people, and they do all the kind of the possibility and data, analytic, everything like that. So I think this is the reason behind that. Raphael Benefit to play in the hitter-friendly park at friendly. That's a great comments about that. Great point, PLW. I love it. Your comments. Sharks is in the house. It's funny sometimes I think, I repeat again, but I'm thinking about people sometimes. I just thinking about him yesterday. Really active Sharks and the Instagram. I'm watching the Buffalo Bill and the Bears. So my favorite sport are football, hockey, cricket, Australian road football, and rugby. Big friend Sharks of Darren Pank from Nashville, Princeton Arena. Notre ami Sharks. We miss you, buddy. Say hi to your mom if you don't mind. And thanks, everybody. Sebastian number 2 back in the house tonight. There we go. I want to know for him for 2 weeks. I come back, and coach is moving to the jungle. Here we go. Walking 1K back in Canada is not a big deal, but walking there as talent with the heat is challenging. Here we go. P.S. Knock the door. Thanks so much. Glad to see you, my friend. P.S. I tried to pick it up everything quickly. If you don't mind, no team will trade their pick in 2026 so far. I agree with you. For that, plays every game, playing Ben, myself, right? Here we go, guys. We talk about the subject a little bit early. NHL news. We're going to attack this show, guys, very quickly. I appreciate all of you. The New York Rangers was active yesterday. Chris Drury signed the goaltender Dylan Garand for 1 year deal, 2 ways at $775,000. And they did the same with Dalin Boyko. Same contract, same deal. Both of them was most of the time with the American Hockey League. Garand, player of the Team Canada a couple years ago. He's a small cabaret, 6 foot only, hanging there in the American Hockey League. Look, he's the third goalie in the New York Rangers organization. But another year, it's not easy to make the NHL. Jonathan Quick. But if something happened to Justakin or Quick, Garand could be that player to get there. So, we'll see. Bush is in the house tonight. Hopefully, you're doing well. It looked like the hurricane is a bit not strong, but I could be wrong. It was a final of the Hlinka Gretzky tournament. I don't know if you watch or pay attention. Canada won the bronze, beat the Finland, and Team USA beat the Team Sweden to get their first gold medal of the Hlinka Gretzky, and first time in the last 9 years, I believe. Surprisingly, Team Canada have a good team, but again, I don't know what's going on with Team Canada. And USC is getting better and better and better and better. And I did my report of 50 players during that tournament. I'm not going to share, I'm not going to bring this to you tonight. It will be too long. But you have a couple of great, players. For me, the player I love the most, yeah, 2 players. One from Sweden, Normark, and from Canada, it's Preston. We know what Verhoff is. We know I think Burchels. We other players, but I think for me they are the player was surprisingly. I know they are good. I know they are going to be a top 15, but really they have a great tournament. X-Star for Team USA is Jack X-Star, another one. I'm going to talk more about the prospect, guys, month after month and the next couple of weeks. So hopefully we're going to see what's happening there. Coach was wrong for the first time. He predicted Sweden to win. For that one, it's not going to happen a lot about this. Larry Lavallee, welcome back in the house for that. Now, I said Sweden, but not on the Hlinka Gretzky. I think I said Sweden on the U17 tournament because Sweden is going to be great at the World Junior Championship, by the way. So it will be happening. Larry Lavallee, welcome back in the house, by the way. Edmonton Oilers are going to become the host of the 2026 Hlinka Gretzky, was announced yesterday. The tournament return in Canada next year. Landon Dupont will be the number 1 players on that tournament next season. Talking about the New York Rangers, so before the season start, I pass 1 team per day to look about the off summer and what they look like, what they're going to be, and everything. And I looked at the Rangers guys today, and they are in the trouble. It's not looking good. the New York Rangers. You can blame Chris Drury, but they have right now 3 players at 32 years old right now, tonight, 32 years old. They are signed for the next 5 years. They're going to be 36, 37. And I'm talking about 5.7 Trocheck, Mailer, $8 million, Zibanejad. Panarin, 33, is on a final year contract. You have 2 players at 29, Fox and Kavrikov. Shesterkin is 28. And all those players finish the contract at 28, 29, 30. Then after that, Schneider, Lafreniere, Willie Cooley, all the best prospects them. Yes, they have the goalie. But if you look about their lineup roster today and compare them like 2 years ago, they trade half of them. Shedil, Trouba, Grader, Mailer. They are play on the top 6, or the defensive of the Rangers is not looking good. Now, I said, okay, let's check on the prospect. The next prospect is Gabe Perreault, a 23 or 24 overall pick. This is going to be very interesting what is coming for the New York Rangers. If Pittsburgh is going down with Malkin and everybody else, the Boston Bruins, they try to survive. I don't know how they will. The Rangers are the next team in the Eastern Conference, are going to take a big decision after that. We'll see, but it's not looking good for the T-blue shirt for sure. Toronto and New York were supposed to be competing for a Stanley Cup. No, they drop out. Rangers drop a lot more. As the Toronto, I don't see them from PS. Guy, welcome back in Dallas. Hockey is being too expensive in Canada for parents. Effort, child and children to play. That's maybe a real reason there for sure. I want to mention a bit one more thing, guys, before we go. I check about right now all the injury reserve players or long-term injury reserve going to start not on the ice at the beginning of the season. You have a few of them. Now I can make more, like, Philadelphia, Ristolainen, Ellis, Vegas, Pietrangelo, Colorado, Logan O'Connor. I can make, but I pick up 3 players right here where I'm not making an impact, but it could hurt. The New Jersey Devils now, Kovacevic is going to be out until to the end of the month of October and maybe the beginning of November. The St. Louis Blues announced on the summer Tony Crook's career is over. He will never return in hockey. So it's under $6 million on the salary cap. And finally, the Edmonton Oilers announced Hyman is 50-50 for start the season with them. When you have a player like Adam Rory for the Winnipeg Jets, is another one. But you can move your salary cap on different ways. But this is going to be very interesting what happening with the St. Louis Blues, the Edmonton Oilers without Hyman. We don't talk yet about Matthew Tkachuk, example, for the Fleur Panthers. And I can go the list, guys, all the way for that. So some players are not starting at the same time this season. And don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. If you don't mind, that'd be great for that. So we just talk about the NHL news. And, of course, going to jumping for the Montreal Canadiens, and many subject we have for all of you guys for tonight's show. And don't forget to be back tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for that. Here we go. But First of all, Carey Price is not at the Hall of Fame with the NHL yet. He didn't make it. But he was immortalized at the William Lake, British Columbia. What the heck is this, coach? But this is where he played his minor hockey league. And they celebrate the Carey Price Day during the weekend. And he got an awards, and they make a kind of sculpture and everything for Carey Price. You can check on the online. And, this is the beginning of his second, career live for Carey Price. Never going to returning on the ice. And we'll see what's happening for him. Just going he won't be back for play hockey due to his knee injury. Here we go. Glad to see that, my friend. Sorry to hear that, Mr. Mr. Guy. Roger, what are the options for Ab to get under the cap? But honestly, it's Carey Price contract right now. Are they going to trade him? Are they going to put him on long-term injury reserve? That's the solution for the Montreal Canadiens for right there. Rain back in the house. Long time. Rain hopefully doing well in Alaska. And the weather looking good. It will be retired in 2026 when his contract is up. Butch. Next news, guys. I don't know what's going on, but I know what's going on. They get older, but still, the vibes of the Montreal Canadiens waiting after Suzuki, after Noah Dobson, after Patrik Laine. Number 4 of the summer, Samuel Montembeault got married on the weekend with Miss Ayat and celebrate on his area with many other players for the Montreal Canadiens. Some of ex-teammates, Jonathan Drouin and RHP was one of part of that celebration. Gallagher example and Mike Madison. And look, we are back. I don't know if you can see me here. But what I have done, thank you for learning Yahoo. There we go. Um, what happening is a lightning hit the building. So they shut down the power and the fire system start. It looked like they hit the lightning hit the transformer, whatever it is, in front of the building, whatever it is. So we got everything back. So I apologize for those people. I think we have over 60 people at the beginning, but it's something sometimes you can only control what you can control. And I could not control that one. So, baby sharks, So glad to see some of you there, guys. Going to go slowly. We're going to wait. Other things to come back. Mark must be been some angry trees on the roof. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm going to miss some of them. I think some will miss me for sure. But life have to move on, right? Go on. Under the bed, tonight show will end at 1 o'clock a.m. A2. No. We're going to close this a little bit early. It's just like I apologize. It's sometimes, like I said, it's like it is what it is. It's like, but it's not funny, but it's like I'm talking like this, and then boom, like I did that. I duck. It was just Garth Brooks saying to Thorne PS about that. So I will see what we get. I think I'm going to back again where we at, and then some of you going to pick it up a little bit later, and it's no big deal. And I think I was at the wedding of Samuel Montembeau. This is a problem because I was talking about the Samuel Montembeau wedding. So let's move on with that. We know what's happening on this one. I want to talk about this fun prospect for the Montreal Canadiens. Many of them start to play and more on the European side of this. N26, Laine can not be the leader. He needs at least 2 players above him to lead and perform better, much like Kessel needed. Molinar is pissed. Molinar Mark. Philippe Eriksson played 2 games on the week, have a good start of the preseason. He turned the team, first of all, Eriksson, and I will say it will be benefit. Score a goal on the power play, 5 assists, 3, and 1-timer shot. He started the season like this last year, but then after Christmas, he dropped a lot. But we wish the best for Philippe Eriksson. Valentin looking good in KHL. He played now with the team Spartak. We're going to follow him a little bit more this year because he was now with Sushi playing in MHL, VHL. He gave only 1 goal during the game. We'll see what it will look like. The KHL are right now on the preseason. Tomorrow, the 18th, Monday, they all play Konishkov, Zarovsky, and everybody else. So Valentin also, I believe, Makar. Makar a good start also. I think he's going to be now in the VHL for the upcoming year for Makar. And they have other players that play also, right now, Koivu, and then you have Rover. Rover got 2 assists, I believe, on his first game, or 1 assist against David Rebacker. And that's what gave a little bit what's going on around the Montreal Canadiens prospect. For that, hopefully, Laine can be better. 5 assists, 5, I think, is a positive influence in the locker room. Randy, welcome back again. Stu Colvin announced possibility of the Cole Caulfield reach the total of 40 goals for the upcoming season. I still believe it's possible for him. Why not? He got 37, 38 last season. That would be where, sometime if you score an empty net or if you score a little bit more goal on power play, that's helping you 5 assists, 5. But we'll see what's happening for him. Kessel became a winner. He was not called or been a leader. Thomas Myers, I'm looking forward to see Laine at 100%. He can pop 40 goals. That's another players for the Montreal Canadiens. And for me, it's all about, how they can respond better as a group together. You don't have to get 40 goals, but sharing 30 goals, 25 goals, 26 goals, 23 goals, and make 9, maybe 7, 8, 9 players with 20 goals plus, that will helping the Montreal for that. 20, not just a dog, don't know, Billy, everything. Guy, welcome back. Projection for the Montreal Canadiens. Thanks again. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. The projection, guys, for the Montreal Canadiens. This was coming for the NHL. during the week. And I give you an overview. We're going to go deep in September for the Montreal Canadiens. But how the projection of NHL. Nick Suzuki, 90 points. Noah Dobson, 51. Cole Caulfield, 72. Lane Hudson, 70. Evan Demidov, 61. Juraj Slavkovsky, 63. Kirby Doc, 42. Et Patrik Laine, 48. Austin Allen, Caulfield is awesome, but he has so many good scores that his total might not be high if world team is cheaper in. Yeah, a good point about this, Austin. I agree with you. Everything could be split at the end if Montreal increasing a 20 goal plus, maybe 30 goal plus on the offensive side of the game. We'd be all happy about that. Is Roger dropped the most goal again? There'll be something very well said, Roger, about it. I think Caulfield would do it. They share add 2 power play unit. It'd be nice for Caulfield. Laine 35 goal. Good point about that, GF. It's the final year on his contract. I cannot remember. Do we have to go all the way to Vincent D'Anfos et Pierre Turgeon to have, when is the last time we got 35 gold? I have to do some search labor after the show. On the Montreal Canadiens, the same season, we have Pacioretty and 35, 37, Gallagher. I don't know if Gallagher get maybe one time 35 goal plus. But when the last time we get 2 scorers at 35 goal, would be interesting. You're welcome, my friend. I apologize, guys, for the power situation a couple of minutes ago. Look, we're going to pick it up what we can and continue the show all the way. And that's the only thing we can do. So for that list, guys, Suzuki 90 point. For me, 85.8 plus. Noah, 51. I would set 40 for him, A plus. Cole Caulfield, 72. I agree with that. Lane Hudson, 17. It makes sense to me. Evan Demidov, 61. I will go with 55. Slavkovsky, I think it's too much. I would set 58. Kirby Doc, I don't see that right now, obviously. Laine, you have to hit 50 point minimum for Laine at 55. Peter August, welcome back. 2015, Pacioretty and Cal Chinook. Here we go. Thanks so much, Peter, on that one. Is it possible 10 years later we get that kind of productivity of the Montreal Canadiens? That would be interesting to see that for sure. For the Montreal Canadiens. And that's what we got on the projection of the Montreal Canadiens. Hamlin, welcome back. Caulfield, 80 point plus. Look, he has opportunity to get there for sure. He really focused on his defensive zone coverage, by the way. But yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you about that. Guy Jacques, I said 60. 23 goal was high for Gallagher. Tommy, how about Bodzik? I can see 50 point. Possible there too. Randy, Doc would have actually stay healthy to get 42. I agree with you also, Randy, about that. I don't expect Kirby Doc to have a breakout season. I'm keeping my expectation moderate. Want him to be healthy first. Great comments about that for sure. For that one. Second ski, guys, stay on the first line. Just sharing with you and me, what do you feel about that? Do you think Sakaski is going to reach? No. Do you think Sakaski is going to stay on the first line all year long? I spoke with Maxime Lapierre today. When we spoke, we exchanged each other on the X account, and he made a prediction, and he said Budzik, he would take the spot of Sakaski. Yeah, I said, Max, you know better. He said, look, it was a joke on the internet. And then dans les coulisses, of course, Clickbait, number one website in the US and Canada, took the rumor and they make comments about, oh, Sakaski and Budzik could be on the first line. It was not the purpose of Maxime Lapierre. Like Lapierre mentioned, it was just a joke around. But at the end of the day, do you expect Sakaski stay on the first line all year long? PS 90.91 point Caulfield, 78, Dimitrov first for me. No coach. Yes, Sakaski stay. That ill said Naslin score 34 that year cannot trust AI, Billy. No, you cannot. Can't tell you that. Me, Sakaski on the first line is fine with me, Gary Conroyer, for that. But will be interesting. My projection, I don't see Bolduc on the first line, like, you know, but I see a Demidov on the first line. Um, that would not surprise me at all. I don't say at the beginning, but at some point you have to let play your best player. Example: Malkin split with Crosby, Tresado split with McDavid, but then boom, Tresado play with McDavid and Malkin play with Crosby. That's when I expect at some point Demidov jumping to let him play more. Need a size on the first line, so Kaski stay. Sarkozy on the first line. Sarkozy is just getting good. Austin, keep in mind, play with the best player because his X factor are what every team is missing. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. If you don't mind, that'd be great. I'm going, guys, to do my bold prediction. One of them. If you look, the Canadiens work. And I don't think it's purposely that way, but that's happening. In the last couple of years, he picked up Mike Madison, born in Montreal. He picked up Alex Carrier, born in the province of Quebec. He picked up Zachary Bolduc, another guy from the province of Quebec. Noah Dobson playing the QM. You can see, and they pick up young age, not prospect, but young player in NHL. So what I did, I look around the NHL. I said, okay, I have to do things. I have to look about a couple of things. First, a player under 27 years old. Second, a player, it's not reached its full potential and you have some kind of in and out problem. Maybe not in and out problem, but a player is still have a better ceiling. Then I look about a team and the next 2-3 years could be on the downside on the standing. And I find one player. What I'm going to announce to you, I don't say it will happen. But I think it could be a player Montreal could targeting. Agree, disagree, it's okay with me. But when you look about everything can use, stir the pot and look around, everything. I wouldn't be surprised. Somehow, the Montreal Canadiens trade for, I know many of you will be disagree with me. I don't say they will happen. But the next target for the Montreal Canadiens is Alexis Lafreniere. He fit and the requirement of what can use thinking to add player inside of their team. I look about the contract. Yes, he still have 5 more years. He's 23 years old. The New York Rangers, I believe me, is the next team is going to be the next 2 years. And I know the New York Rangers with the money to spend, everything like that. But the Toronto Maple Leafs been there. The Toronto Maple Leafs crashed 1 or 2 years to trade everybody, the GVR and everyone in 2016 before they draft for Austin Matthews. The Pittsburgh Penguins, that's going to do right now. Can the New York Rangers, because I talked about that early, what are you going to do with a Zibanejad, a Miller, a Fox, a Gravikov, a Chesterkin, a Panarin, Kochek? They are the best player they have. And they are going to be 31, 32, 33 years old, a plus with the New York Rangers. They don't have any prospect make a big impact for their team in the next 3 years. They have right now three players have an impact at long term. Lafreniere, Goalie, and Schneider. What will be the next move for them? We'll see. I don't know yet. Peter said, mistake if they make happen, beat you coach Dawson Mercer for Billy. I would love to have Lafreniere on the team. Yep, Sarkisian will have a better career than Lafreniere. We already made a mistake like that Drouin. Rangers have an intensity crisis. Yes, you're right about this, about the Rangers, Gary. Um, Again, I don't say it will happen, but it fit on the requirement of the can use. Now, Dawson Mercer is an interesting case about that. I look about Mercer for them. Here's the difference between Mercer and Lafreniere. It's because the Rangers are maybe go down. I'm not sure if with the New Jersey Devils, Mercer play a specific role. He's not the most physical player. I can understand that. We know that. But he played a role where Mercer fit inside of that team with Meyer and Hughes and Bratt and Esshire. And he have right now 2 years contract at $4 million. It would be another year after that RFA. He's 23 years old, I believe. But I don't see they will let him go. But it's a kind of player I would love to get for sure. Thanks again for the likes. Paul G is now is the Sun Rangers want to do it in the state, so go. They need to go all in this year. You're right about this, Paul. That's a good comments about that. I don't say that we clean the house right now, but at the end of the year, after that, Paul, there's something they have to look about this for sure. I agree about Dawson Mercer, by the way, no doubt in my mind. But Mercer, guys, my concern is this part, and I know. But if you look about when he started in the NHL, 17 goal, 27 goal, whoop, 20, up, 19, 42, 56 point. Then he dropped at 33 and 36. and he play always the same number of minutes every year. Now, I don't follow Devils every game, but we hope Dawson become a 25 goal and the NHL for the Devils for sure. On the flip side, Lafrenière, I apologize. I tried to look. My internet was blocked. Lafrenière played the same number the season, I believe, at Mercer. We have one more year. Lafrenière 21, 31, 39, 57, and 45. 17, same number of goals at Mercer, but he had 28 goals 2 years ago. Yes, as first overall pick, he won more. He played approximately 100 more minutes per season at Mercer. I'm not debate here, guys. By the way, thanks to N26. Um, they would ask a lot too much in return. Austin and Stan. If they add trade for Lafrenière or Mercer, they have to give up a roster players that they have need to have spot available for our prospect. But here's Stan about this. It's a good comments, by the way, but on the top six guys, the potential to be there one day is Balzik and Michael Edge. At this moment, I don't see anybody else. I don't see that. Michael Edge is approximately 2 or 3 years to get there. Balzik, we'll see what he look like. Now, Montreal at Patrik Laine. Yeah, no guarantee Patrik Laine is going to be there in the next 3 years, 2 years. That will open a spot if they don't resign Laine. And I don't know the future. I don't know if he will or not. I always said you never have enough top six on your team. Quality of the Montreal Canadiens for the next 2 years is to fit what they don't have. And again, guys, I don't say they will trade for Lafrenière, but I will not be surprised the rumor Lafrenière Montreal pop up at some point. Souza should have been a pick first of all better que Lafrenière. I agree. I completely agree with you in 26. But every year you have some kind of mistake all the time. Richard, welcome to the house. I will watch a hockey game. Welcome, Mr. Richard. There might have been a lack of scouting on Souza. Well, look, it came for the Germany and DEL, if I can recall it. They was consider him the next, three-star everything, like he was. Second or third overall pick, Souza, at the end of the day. It's not a mistake, but he cannot target 100%. I think Lafrenière fit well, but right now, Souza, he became someone better. Pizza, welcome. Thanks to be with us. Don't forget, everybody, to click on the likes. Souza played in the World Championship again. Man, before he was drafted, he was a known talent. Lafrenière was overrated. N26. If they don't sign Laine, does he stay in the East or go to the West? Um, Good question. On the East, Boston, Islanders, Flyers come on my mind right away to bring some kind of punch on the attack. On the West side, a team like Chicago and will pick Lightning. They need scorer. They rebuild. Um, the King is interesting because the King are right now on the situation where um, can pay contract, capital departure. I don't say they will be there. I just said you have team like them. By the time we tell us. If they don't sign Laine, here we go. Peter Eriksson is a perfect fit for the Montreal. Size can score, can hit, they can play. Yes, next night was a 5.85 for them. Yeah, but I don't think I don't think Eriksson AK will be on the market for them. But would be interesting what you're going to do, guys, on that one. And that's conclude, guys, all the news for the Montreal Canadiens. I apologize again for the people that was with us early and they left the building um, because of the situation. We talk about the app projection by the NHL. Um, I want to talk about the let's talk my second center impact. I make a video a couple of days ago, guys. I'll go quickly, but I'll give you an idea how a second center NHL is so important. And we'll see to do what you feel about that. And let's see what we got here. And I'm going to go in the corner because I have a graphic you have to see. And the last 10 years, I did an exercise. Montreal Canadiens use a center number one most of the time. Philippe Danault and Nick Suzuki. If you look about all those years, and Plecanet at 2015, guys, only last year and maybe the year before that, but it was 66 points. But still, I always gave him this key. The last 3 years, but more last year, we got finally a center number one in NHL. Prior to that, with all the respect for Philippe Danault, for me, he was not a center number one. And every time you have a combination, Desharnais, Plecanet, Danault, Drouin, Danault, Domi, Danault, Suzuki, Danault, Dvorak, Monahan, Doc, Newhook, and Doc. But we still have a lack of punch number one, punch number two. The year Domi did 70 points, Danault did only 45, I believe. And then we don't talk about third and fourth because they are not they are behind everyone here. Salut Nicolas de Gobi. Wait, welcome back, my friend. Hudson need protection, large and surly, or they get rolled over again. I don't think so. He was really. He got 66 points last year. Wait. I still believe me. Where whatever you have on the bench, if they target one, they're going to target one. One is possible, and they will try to hit him more for the upcoming year for sure. But I think it will be good. So if you do think about this guy, this was not good enough overall for the Montreal to play like a centerman. From that one, guys, I look about the NHL. I know it's small. I'm going to try to get a little bit bigger hike for everybody right now. And then I'm going to move up and down. But if you look about, guys, the center and NHL, Toronto, Florida, Islanders, Rangers, Devils, Capitals, Star, Oilers, are the best team with a center number one, center number two. And what is the best team, a best center number two, is he have to at least to get 60 points per year. And they have two exceptions on that one. Basel have 20 point, coach. Yeah, but you have 20 point and 30 game. So it should be fine. But why is number 2? Because it's Bo or that. If I put Bo or that is still a A. Bennett, 51 point, but he played a specific role with the Florida Panthers. The punch 1 and 2, Bennett and Barkov. 6 of them make the playoff, by the way. On the position B, guys, Buffalo, B, 53. After that, Tampa Bay, Cirelli, 59. Malkin, B. Columbus, B, with Fantilli, guys. Fantilli, 32 goals last year. Marco Rossi, 60 points last year, a B. O'Reilly, B. Blues, Kings, Vegas, Ducks, Kraken. At C, guys, you have Boston, Ottawa, Avalanche, Utah, Chicago, Jets, Sharks, and then after that you have D. You have Detroit, Montreal, Carolina, Flyers, Flame, and Canucks. Now you have some kind of asterisk beside the players, but it's because they miss game, and I can't keep the pace of the players like Doc. It would be 39 points if he play all year long. Jonathan Taze, guys, he did not play last year. Winnipeg, anyway, the second center was not very good. Chicago, 26 points. Nazar, it should be a B because you multiply the Cousin with Ottawa, guys. Cousin have 16 points, 20 and 21 game, I believe, with Ottawa. It should be a B. That said, that guys, all right, I'm going to remove that. Here's my outcome on my exercise. If you have A on the second center, 6 of them make the playoff. If you have a B, half of them make the playoff. Then after that, guys, only 5 teams on the 13, it's about 38%, have possibility to make the playoff. The total, it was half. Make the playoff total. But if you add the A plus B together, 11 of them make the playoff, like I mentioned. It's only 5 of this equation make the playoff. So when you center number 2 is better, you have more chance to make the playoff. That's simple. And what is a number 2 center? Good. But again, it's 50 point A plus. That was my minimum. If you don't get 50 point, but your time of the support, your center number 1, it's not good enough for the team. So that's the reason behind that. But Doc would be a match with Laine. I agree, Austin. I hope they keep back. Guys, sound like he could be an awesome middle 6 players. Malcolm, 50.68 game last season. He has played at least 25 games. He will finish with over 60 points this season. Yeah, right about that. He scored only, 15 goals, I believe, last season for him. Need to get game center. So that give you guys a little bit an idea how this work when you go a little bit more deeper. It's not a formula 100%, but that not lie when you have a better second center. Montreal did it with a D center last year. You always have 1 or 2 things going to make it. We have 2 of the 16. Carolina did it with Kokanemi, Jordan Stahl. But it's not a perfect thing you're looking for. It was Rozovic, I believe. So they hope Montreal will be a little bit better for the upcoming year. We'll see what's happening for that one. We have a 10 o'clock right now for everybody, so I'm going to get a little bit more faster on that one. I'm going to give you guys the question of the night. And you can do some search. It's up to you about that. It's not an easy one. I did not know that. Honestly, if as someone asked me that question with no search, I would know I cannot tell the answer. I would be wrong. So here's the trivia of the night. Which AHL team was the first affiliation with the Montreal Canadiens? Which team was the first affiliation with the Montreal Canadiens? You have to look. You have to think. Like I said, I would be wrong on that one. I have no clue until I read this on the internet. Would be interesting what happened. I could check their statistics au Beck and Kapanen, Butch. And if Malkin was willing to leave Pittsburgh, it would be better than anyone to have a second setter. I agree with you about that for sure in 26. And not only in Montreal, I think for other team. I think Carolina, that's one of them. That's come on my mind really quickly. I think St. Louis Blues. But I think Kapanen would get an opportunity before Beck. The Voyageurs, Marc. Hamilton Bulldog to Montreal and Malkin to Pittsburgh. Joshua, a second round pick. Nova Scotia, All Ottawa. La Rocket. Did Stanley Kidd play on the team? I'm not sure, Ron. Blaine and Malkin will do a wonder for the Midav. I like to do some kind of the research from that sometime, the history, everything, right? This year we have 3 teams are centennial in NHL, the Chicago Blackhawks, the New York Rangers, Guy I cheat, let Rocket, I get Laval, Guy. Right now is Laval. But which HL team was the first affiliate of the Montreal Canadiens? So they have a guy, and his name was Cecil Hart. He was the head coach of the Montreal Canadiens, and he got fired. He had a fight, like disagreement with Leo Danduran. So they fired him. He returned when the team was sold as a head coach. During that time, a couple of teams in NHL started to have an affiliation with a prospect. Cecil Hart was the core of that idea. And that time they have 2 different leagues behind the NHL. They're hanging there. The Buffalo Bison, and the International Continental Hockey League or something like that. But the answer, guys, he got it, is Butch Bouchard did it. The right answers are going to give him that one. The New Haven Eagles. In 1937-38, it was the first affiliation with the Montreal Canadiens. It's pretty crazy when you think about that. So to hear about this. So congratulations for that one. And to assist talk about Joshua Roy. So they have some kind of interviews on the weekend, or Joshua Roy talk about this. Very quiet for Joshua Roy this summer. We don't see him around a lot. Couple of news left and right, but not much. I don't see him on the ice with the Montreal Canadiens. So how he's going to be right now on the training site, like muscle mass and working hard, I don't know. Sometimes we don't know the story of the summertime. Mentally, physically, he said he's ready for upcoming. But this is a guy that player, guys. He's talented, is skilled to be on the top nine, and nobody talk of the upcoming year roster for the Montreal Canadiens. We completely ignore Joshua Roy. And last year with Boulet, Roy had a good year. He got a call up, what, 2 times? I don't say he's going to make it, by the way. But this is a player we don't talk a lot. Every time we talk, it's Kapanen, Beck, Jekai. Because Montreal is looking for center. But we forget Joshua Roy and 26. Talk about him right now. Thanks, Rain. Good night, Master Gary. We're going to be back tomorrow. Thanks again for all the likes, guys. We apologize again for what happened a little bit early, guys, for that one. So, look. This is what could happen for the Montreal Canadiens for the upcoming season if they're going to go on that direction. I have 2 subjects, but I think it's already 10 o'clock a.m. I think we're going to close the show tonight early and then come back tomorrow night. I'm going to keep the both subject for tomorrow night. I think it will be more purpose to talk about that subject, the NHL team, and then after that for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's finish with Patrik Laine, by the way. I apologize on that one. Before we leave, I really apologize. I did not talk about this at all. The X factor for the Montreal Canadiens. And then we're going to get out. The transformation of Montreal Canadiens for the upcoming year. Patrik Laine, mentally, physically, is a new Laine. He's happy. The man is smiling. The man finds happiness, a relationship, and the love of the game. The passion is back with him. For me, I coached hockey in the past, many years. And every time, every team you have 20 different personalities. The key is to know them very quickly, who they are, and life. The human being, not only the hockey players. That said, his biggest enemy of Patrik Laine is himself. Opinion. He have a fragile mindset. Some players are negative. Some players are lose confidence. They have difficult time to face to adversity a challenge. They drop their shoulder quickly. They drop their mindset, give up quickly. Difficult and hard to stay with consistency and survive a performing year, game after game. And this is what Patrik Laine is. For some reason, I don't know, and I'm not here to discuss problem, everything like that. But this is the type of the player I imagine, in my opinion. His behavior, body language, when you see him during the game, frustration, a bad play, change his focus of the game. As a coach, you have to find this quickly. And those kind of players need some kind of positive message from the teammates and from the coaching staff constantly. I know they are professional. I know he win a lot of money. I know he would be judged by his performance and not because of his mindset. I'll give you guys the other side of the game. That said, Laine, happy like he is right now, and excited for upcoming year, we'll see. But a guy like him already is a key important for the Montreal Canadiens on the power play with 15 goals last year. If he can increasing his level of the play at 5 versus 5, this is a guy that player can score 30 goals. Some of you said 35 goals. If some of you said 40 goals tonight. If he can reach 60.30 goals, and with the team Montreal have played with Demidov, guys, this is make Montreal Canadiens another level of performance and an X factor of the outcome of Montreal Canadiens. He has the skill, the talent, with a little weapon, with an amazing, great snipe shot, release, one-timer. If he scored that kind of goal, the offensive side of the game champ for the Montreal Canadiens. But can he produce that? Right now, the summer has been extraordinary, amazing by the behavior of Patrik Laine. We cannot ask for more from him. He's on the ice constantly. He's around the team players constantly, teammates. He does the right things. His intention is there. The love of the game is back. His passion is still there. He's a happy man. Can he transform that for the game? I have no clue. But it could be the X factor for the Montreal game for the upcoming season. That's my own opinion. You can tell me yes or no for you. But I'm going to give you other players, guys. Also, could change the outcome of Montreal Canadiens. With the decision of Kirby Dach and the Montreal Canadiens center line, Alex Newhook and Joe Veneno and Jake Evans, you can add Becca Kapanen if you want to. Montreal Canadiens line, second line, the line of center is not great. For me, my X factor, and I make a video about him today, is Jake Evans' role. His versatility of play on any line right now, of Jake Evans, he on his prime of his career. He did 36 points, his highest number of points. He tied for his best goal regular season in NHL with 13. His PK, he was the number one with the most TOI. He had 6 points on PK, 3 goals. His shot percentage was, 17%, I believe. All those numbers was above average. And he played as a four-liner. If Jake Evans have more chance and opportunity, and is the number one player Martin St-Louis trusts the most with Nick Suzuki, Jake Evans can fill up the center number 3 and center number 2 with Montreal Canadiens at short term. Or at Montreal can get the 4th center. That said, I believe Jake Evans is on the next level right now on the top 9 forward. You can bring a Jovinano, a Owen Beck, or a Kapanen on the 4 line. Or if you want to go with Alex Newhook, that satisfies the 4 line. That will give a better chance for the Montreal Canadiens to have better center on the top 3 line. Put in between Gallagher and Anderson. Put Newhook, Jovinano with Bolduc on the 4 line. And then you have your second line center with Demidov and Laine. It could be Kirby Dach. Montreal are better with the X factor with Jake Evans. He can play on the power play. He becomes the power play, the face-off. He can play on the PK, I apologize. He can play on the face-off, number 1, when they need him. The guy is versatile and can help in right now on the transition for when Montreal is as a center for Montreal is Jake Evans. I have no worries about Jake Evans. Is getting better every year. Here we go. Great comments. Beck can be Evans, but better by the line is age. Now, you're good point about that, Austin. The skill, the talent, everything like that. But where he is right now, Owen Beck, let him go inside of the team slowly, properly, the right way. And Jake Evans can fill up right now the better position right there. What and San Jose play a full season on the third line will create a plus 15 plus for me is the Y factor is still with the Habs. For that, Peter Evans has reached his offensive plateau. Cannot put him in the seat where he will fall. Get the best from him. Where is he now? So, Peter, if I'm a head coach of the team, or if you are the head coach, you say, okay, put Jake Evans there where he is best, but we're going to fail at the second number 2 and number 3 because the player we have right now are inferior at Jake Evans. Does it make sense? So what you try to do is to increasing your best chance to win with Jake Evans on the third line, and then you use a 4 line where you're going to hide that line or to put that line with less TOI because the talent-wise, the skill-wise, and the role of what you have on the top 9 is better. That's how I've been coaching, and I think that's the way it should be that way, but I could be wrong on that one. And finally, guys, another X factor for me. Yeah, 2 more. It's Zachary Bodzuk. Zachary Bodzuk is the middleman. What are you talking about? You know, like a roller and a softball game. Remember, like we played a long time ago. You play with a third base, shortstop, second base, and a first line. But when you play softball, you have a roller, a rover. I get a roller, a rover, right? At behind the second base, and it can play between the fielder and the player on the diamond. That said, Budzik can play on the second line if we need him. He can play on the third line if we need him. Budzik will become a versatile player for the Montreal Canadiens. He can play on the power play and he can play on the PK. He can play winger and he could play center. That's why I said him is an X factor. He has 7 goals of his 19 goals on the power play. He have an amazing, great wrist shot and shot on the net. He's a good hunter. He hunting the puck. He's a good forechecker. He will accomplish what Montreal does not have a lot. After Sakeski and Anderson, I think the next hit it was Eneman. Yeah, Pasada by Eneman. So I think Budzik is going to be an X factor for the Montreal Canadiens by his versatility and by his role for the Montreal Canadiens for the upcoming season. Frenchy, welcome in the house. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes if you don't mind. The next one, guy, is Keelan Cooley shut down. We know what Lennartson can do. We know what he will bring Noah Dobson, Mike Madison, Carrier, Jekai, Strobel. But Keelan Cooley become the most important player on the defensive zone, on the defensive side now. He's a guy for the last 2 years is shut down opening players. He play against them. McDavid, Barkov, and McKinnon, and Matthews. But now, for me, is considered the top pairing defenseman with the Montreal Canadiens. He's going to be on the left side. He's a guy can play physical. He's a grinder. In French, we said, il y a du chien dans lui, Cooley. And he is an X factor for me for the Montreal Canadiens. Like, if you lose Zuski, we are in the trouble. If you lose Cooley, we're going to be in the trouble. And I think he's the guy can step up, elevate his game again. You have another notch of his game. He's getting right now, 23, 24 years old. He's getting now his prime of his career. And I think for me, the performance of Caden Coley is going to be an X factor for the Montreal Canadiens overall. Chuck Berry, third line, and 26. People consider talking. Thanks so much. Peter, who is your shutdown one Rebecca is on the team, Coley or Rebecca? I'll be Coley. I think Coley, because his physicality of the game would be more better overall, in my opinion. And finally, I'm going to give you one more. And this is because Samuel Montembeault, in my opinion, is underrated in NHL. He's an X factor for his performance. Yeah, people always thinking or looking for the muffin of Montembeault. But more, if you look about his performance in NHL last season, the year before that, most of the time the muffin come at the first period or second period. More the game is tight, more the game is meaningful, like 3-2 or 2-2. Montembeault usually is make a lot of great save, big save at the right time. That said, it would give him muffin sometime, and I know that. But what he got in front of him is GVSA, is high danger percentage save. If the ratio of how many games he gave to Montreal to win the game, it's one of the top in NHL. It's not on the ice, those numbers, but his save, his performance night after night. 62 start last year. He raised a total of 40 W. Getting better, and I think is underrated overall. Is another X factor for Montreal. Yeah, you can talk about Nick Ski, Cole Caulfield. I know that. But those players for me have a specific role for the Montreal Canadiens to elevate the outcome for the upcoming year for the Montreal for 2025-2026. You can add strength player guys, that's okay. And I will accept your opinion. But for me, they are the one where they are talented and can elevate their game and make the outcome of the Montreal Canadiens better at the end of the year. Like I mentioned, Caulfield, Suzuki, you can talk about Lane Hudson and Demidov. But for me, it's the underrated. The player can make a huge difference for the Montreal where the expectation was maybe not there. That's the reason I did that exercise for that one. Could see a good season for Montembeault, and as he is healthy, team Canada like Montembeault is a good goalie. I hate the laptop because of the key bay, everything. We Frenchy about that. So, guys, that's give you a little bit my idea about that video tonight. And again, I apologize for what happening early in the show. Some maybe was not here, so you did not see that. But at 9:12 or 9:14, we got hit with a lightning, shut down the power for about 15 minutes. So I had to restart everything, but my software can keep the software can keep the live alive. So we did it, and we appreciate for the people stay with me all the way to the night after the second live tonight. I appreciate for all of you to be with me tonight, and don't forget, guys, to be back tomorrow night at 8:30 a.m. p.m. tomorrow night. And we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens for sure. And definitely, guys, we want to thank other people. Moderator Ron with Kings with us tonight. Andre Calabro was also with the Hockey Nation tonight. And all of you, before you leave the building, don't forget to click on the likes. And we try to get better every night. We have a full week, guys, of the guests. Don't forget Tuesday night, Jim Beringer. Wednesday night, Marco Rabi. Thursday night, Ross Cohen. All with the Hockey Nation Live Show. And this is the beginning of new way where they're going to bring more guests with us for the upcoming year of the 2025-2020 season. And of course, without you, it would be impossible because that's who you are.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
Exactly, that's what I bring to you. I want to mention, guys, Nicolas Gobi Bono, of course, N26. Thanks to be with us. N26, you take a summer off, and I really appreciate about that. But glad to see you around because you bring a lot in the chat. Billy, of course, thanks so much, my friend, Billy. Bush Bouchard, Bush also. Roger Bouchard, Mac Elliott, always a pleasure. Peter August, Frankie, glad to see you around. I want to talk about a little bit early. We see Austin Allen. Hopefully, Austin is going to come back because you talk a lot about great subject in the chat. That would be great to see Argon again around every night, 8:30 p.m. Who is your shutdown? I mentioned that question and saw you. And you have another one. P.S. Thanks again to be with the Hockey Nation Show. Frankie, like I mentioned, Guy, Billy, Austin, P.S. A2, again, welcome back. Glad Luc Laportine with the X, Y, and Z. By the way, P.S. Yeah, another one, guys, I cannot remember. Amlin pop up at some point. Randy was with us a bit early. And anyway, Sanderman, Mark Elliott, and many others. Guys, thanks to be with the Hockey Nation Show. And of course, I can wait to see you tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Thanks again. Rain, welcome back, Rain. Glad to see you around. Be well, BL. Find a way not only to dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the second half or what? Someone said 2025. Thanks again. We'll be the Hockey Nation Show. I can wait to see you next time. Until then, my friend, the Hockey Nation, the Ad Nation, and all the cheese and Thailand. Want to tell you one more thing, sir. We love you, friends. Have a great night, everybody. Start your beginning of the week ready on the right foot tomorrow morning. And take your time to take one day at a time. Mark, pleasure, my friend. Thanks again for everything, Mark. We wish you. Don't forget to pray, and of course, for Mr. Tap. Oh. It's coming. Booyah. Good night, everybody.